What is up, everybody? I'm right outside the fish room, and today I'm gonna cover my RO system.
We're gonna make it through the night. We're gonna journey to the light. We're gonna make it through the night. Whoa. We're gonna make it through the dark. We're gonna find out who we are. We're gonna make it through the dark.
Alright, so the RO system starts just outside my fish room. I have two 25-foot long segments of 1/4 inch inner diameter RO tubing coming from the unit inside the fish room, underneath the door, underneath the sink, and into the faucet. After traveling underneath the door and back into the fish room, the two RO tubings collide once more, as they are much easier to manage when they are tied right next to each other. They go around my sump, behind all my tanks, and into the RO unit. My unit is called the Aquatic Life RO60D, meaning that it can produce 60 gallons of water in 24 hours. I like to keep a flow control valve on the tubing that brings in the new pure RO water. This helps in case of overflowing, so I can immediately turn off the entire system and have it only produce wastewater, which is immediately sent to the sink. I use an arrangement of T-valves and standard RO 1/4 inner diameter tubing to deliver the fresh RO water to all of my tanks. At the end of each tubing going into each tank, there is another flow control valve. This helps me control the pressure in the whole entire system so that each tank gets about an equal amount of water, or I can send all the water to the sump tank. To make sure the storage tank doesn't overflow, I keep a float valve inside. This way, whenever the water reaches a certain level, the flow gets cut off. When it's time for a water change, I can easily use a small water pump to move the water from the main storage bin into the mobile water change bin. If you're not going to be using your water all the time, make sure to keep some kind of water movement device like an air pump or a water pump inside the bin at all times. This way, you don't get strange growth and mosquito larvae growing inside of your bin. When it's time for the water change, you can easily just buy a couple of wheels for the bottom of your bin and roll it around with ease. After going through all the self-leveling siphons and being drained through the drainage system, all the water ends up in this 32-gallon sump. It's a regular plastic bin that you can find at any container store, and it can easily house plenty of guppies. After the water change is done in the fish room and the sump is all the way filled up, I use this tubing and a small pump to pump the water outside of the fish room into this drainage sink where the RO system wastewater goes as well. Since this sump also holds live fish, I make sure to keep a lot of plants in here. Like this lucky bamboo, I also keep duckweed, Rotala rotifundula, and a large sponge filter where lots of roots can get intertwined. Since all the tanks in my system use about the same water, I can easily use my sump as a holding tank for fish that I have no place to house. And here, where the system begins, is also where the system ends. The black tubing comes in from the RO waste line and brings all the water straight down the drain. I can also use this water to feed the African cichlid tanks, but at the moment I don't have enough tanks to actually use that much water.
Do it for you.
for you.